You can see the mess of my floor or the mess of my room. No, you can't. Shut the fuck up. Get Miss Bertha out. So, hi guys. In today's video, I am doing another cosplay walkthrough kind of video. Or breakdown. I don't know what these videos are actually called, but I keep calling them breakdown videos, but I haven't seen anyone use that term since like 7 years ago. So, whatever. Week, or this month, whatever, I've been working on a strawberry shortcake cosplay. I'll put up some reference photos here. I am making this as a competition piece, so it's probably one of my best works yet. There's some issues, but like it's probably one of my best works, so I'm very happy with how it turned out. It is currently the Wednesday before the competition, which is on Saturday, and I finished. I'm done. I think I might add a few more details, but other than that, I'm done. I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna show you all like the little details that I put on the cosplay, all the stuff that I don't think anyone else will see except in my YouTube video. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start from my feet because I actually did something to the shoes for this one. So I got these pair of, there's the brand name on the inside, and they were just plain, here's a picture of what they looked like before. They were just plain shoes with like these really pretty details on them, and they were perfect for what I needed. So I bought them from the thrift store. They were $10. I'm gonna keep like a running track of how much I spent on this cosplay because I don't think I spent very much. So these were like $10. I added the lace along the top of them because I didn't want to do socks because I'm already wearing like 3 layers on my legs. So I decided to do just fluff on the top of her shoes. I added this flower lace trim, and then I added a strawberry patch on the side. I also changed out the laces because they were brown. She has white laces. Anyway, so I spent like $5 on the laces. I got like 3 pairs though, so I can use them for other cosplays. But here are the shoes. I think they're super cute. They're like half a size too big for me, so, or too small for me, sorry. So like these are gonna be fun to wear around the convention all day. I might bring some backup shoes just to wear, but these are actually in really good condition considering that they're not like beat up or anything. So I'm very happy with these. I guess next part of the cosplay will be the tights. So I did make a YouTube video on how I made these tights, but I ended up remaking them from that video. Here, I'll get the old pair. The old pair, new pair. The only thing that's different is that the stripes are changed around and the feet of the tights are different. There's some strings I still need to cut, but these are the tights. They're just like stretchy, like there's elastic in the waistband. This is also stretchy material. I had to add an extra panel to the bottom of the leg or bottom of the feet because when I made this pattern, when I fixed my pattern, I made the crotch like cut out of the pattern higher so that I would have less like bulk in my crotch area. That sounds so weird. But that also means the pattern became a little bit shorter, so it didn't like go all the way down to my feet. It ended at my ankles with how I did them. And I think I made the stripes a little too small. So I ended up having to add an extra panel to the feet, but that's okay. I couldn't iron this material and I can't like top stitch it either. So these are kind of just have to be how they're being. And then like serge the edges, like elastic in the waistband. Stripes. I'm so proud of these because I've never made a pair of tights that wasn't just power mesh. I haven't made a pair of tights that isn't just power mesh, except those other pair, which those were my mock-up, I guess, but these are my final product. Very happy with them. They fit perfectly and I love them. This is the bloomers, which if I'm gonna remake anything before the competition, I might remake these. So they're just my standard bloomer pattern that I've extended the legs with because she needs them like down to her knees, and you know what? They were too big, so I had to make the waistband channel really big. So it's a little bulky, but you won't see that once I put them on. Down here is just a bunch of lace, and I have eyelet ribbon, so I can thread a, what is that called? Ribbon, a ribbon through it. It doesn't look very good, and there's a bow on the outside because of it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with that, but it is what it is. It's on both sides, and it's just plain cotton, which I already had. I already had everything for these, so I didn't spend anything there. If you saw my Alice video, the making a competition piece in 1 week, this is the thing I made after that week to recompete in her, I made a few alterations. This is one of those alterations. I made a hoop skirt, so like a giant hoop skirt. It is huge. It is a little wrinkled, and that's because this bridal satin does not like to be ironed, so it's not ironed. But, and my boning channels are just a little bit too close together, but that's besides the point. I made a hoop skirt, boning channels, of course, you can see in there. Finished with serging and bias tape on the bottom right there. The waistband is just some, it's just a tie-on waistband with bias tape as the ties. And then I added like the pleating around here to give it a little bit extra fluff. I think I made it too long for both of these skirts, but if I pull it up really high, it's fine. So again, if I was to remake anything, I'd probably remake this hoop skirt, but it was just what I had, so I just decided to use it for this. So, preemptory warning, nothing fits on my mannequin because I am not the same size as my mannequin. Nothing fits on my mannequin. I made a lot of money last weekend. I'm gonna invest in a better fucking mannequin. Probably the thing in most need of an update is this hoop petticoat. It is tearing in so many places. It is like falling apart at the seams. There's a big ass hole right here. But I used this for like my Rosetta cosplay. I used it for Alice. I used it for like Frankie. I used it for so many cosplays. So like, it's like a baby to me, and I need to restarch it, which I might do before the competition because I do want it to stand out a little bit more. But again, it's just, you've seen this petticoat before. I don't need to go over it again. And you can see just how long that bottom is compared to the skirt, but it's fine. Next is the dress. Okay, this is her main part, and there's a lot that I've done on this, so I'm gonna put on the mannequin and then talk about it. The weird bunching in the front, it looks better on me than it does on my mannequin, because again, it does not fit my mannequin, it fits me. So where to start? I guess we'll start with the sleeves because that's what I did first. I did smocking on the sleeves. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. I will add a close-up photo right here, but I did honeycomb smocking for the first time ever, and I'm very proud of it. The only thing is I can see my chalk lines, and I probably should have fixed that, but I didn't. And then it is just a like puffy sleeve with like flared out wrist cuffs. I added lace to it, and I also added like a they're flat back pearls that I put all along the edge of most of my cosplays, so you'll see these a lot. But those I already had, so I didn't spend anything on them. The pattern for this dress I already had. Dress bodice, not the sleeves, not the skirt, is from First Stop Cosplays. It's their May dress pattern. I'll put a picture up here. The sleeves, I did alter the bust because I needed to add another dart to make it fit me. And then the skirt was my own doing. The skirt also has, it's just a rectangle skirt that I cut into 3 so I could add pockets on the side. There's pockets on both sides. On the bottom of the skirt, I added those flat back pearls along the edge, and then I also added the same lace trim that's on here all the way around. And then on my collar, I drafted my own collar pattern that I added the same lace that's around both these. I added a felt strawberry that I like then beaded with a little strawberry flower that's right here. I also added this white stripe detail on here because I thought it was super cute, so I decided to do it. I'm gonna move this in frame a little bit more. I thought it was super cute, so I decided to do it. And then I added a hand stitching line all along the outside, which is technically to keep this in place. I also lined the bottom so you couldn't see any of my stitching. But it's technically to keep this in place, but also because she does have so many other like hand stitched details, I decided that it fits, so I kept it. I guess if we turn around to the back, there's so many strings, but I also did a zipper down the back. You can barely see it, which it's not an invisible zipper, it's just a normal zipper because God forbid I am not gonna do an invisible zipper. I hate invisible zippers, but you can barely see it, so I have no fuss. It's undergone a lot of changes because this apron was a work in progress. Like it's very much still work in progress, but you can see that the sleeves are a little bit different length, and that's because my shoulders are different length. So when it sits on me, it's like fine, but when it's off the mannequin, it doesn't sit very fine. So we'll just pretend like it does. So as you can see on the bodice of the apron, there is pin like pleats, like pin tucks. Excuse me. I also did some lace up here at the top, which I wanted to do insertion lace, but I thought this lace trim like looked cuter, so I did that. I added this like hand stitching detail along the sides. I added the same lace that was up here, which is a lace strip that I cut in half. I put the rest of it on the side of the sleeves, and then the rest of that trim I put down here on the ties. I put the rest of that on there, so it's like a little nod and a little detail. It's on the back too. I also added these pearl details along the outside to like kind of match the ruffles. And then I have an iron-on strawberry patch in the middle on both sides. The front and the back are the same pattern. They're just, one has a skirt and one doesn't. And then the skirt. So this is like another lace that I had. I did like the right way to do bias tape. Oh my god, look at my bias tape. It is so clean. Like, I am so proud of my bias tape. I did like the stitch and ditch method and everything, and it came out clean. So there's bias tape on both sides. And then I did, this is just broadcloth for her green squares that I had some, what's it called? Heat and Bond light sewable or fusible glue, whatever. So it's basically like this fusible stuff that you put on one side, you iron it on, and then you iron it onto the thing and it like sticks. So I did that, and then I satin stitched all along the outside, but you can't really see it because I added pearls over top with some embroidery details. I also have embroidery detail all along the bottom of her skirt, or of the apron. I think it's super cute. So the way it's gonna close, and I can't do this till day of because I haven't tried the whole costume on like completely yet. I had, like, there's some remnants here of where I took off. I'll show a picture here. But I had some vinyl on it, and I didn't like it because it kept peeling up. So I, like, decided against it. I decided it was not the move, so I decided to take it off. Again, don't mind this. It will look different when it's on. Next, I'll talk about the bag, which is covered in lint. What the fuck? I crocheted a bag for it. So it is a crocheted strawberry bag with my own, like, it's my own pattern. I didn't make use of pattern. I probably should have. And then there's felt on the leaves. There's pearls on here. It's also completely lined. I lined it with the same fabric. I also made the strap, and it is sewn between the two, like, panels, so it, like, adds on. The felt is, like, it is finished with pinking shears, so it gives it, like, that ruffly texture. And it's just a cute little bag, and I love it. I have pockets and a bag in this. Also, this bag cost me nothing. I didn't buy anything for that bag. Next is her bow, which before anyone fucking says anything, I know it's supposed to be green, but I only know it's supposed to be green after the fact. I didn't know it day of, or when I made it, so fuck you. So before you say anything, I know I'm wrong. Again, this bow will get on with snaps, but I need to have the cosplay on to actually do that, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's red on red, but it's just a giant bow that I made up the pattern myself because it's one of those YouTube patterns that you can find everywhere. So it's just that with interfacing in the middle. The tassels down here are interfaced with lined on both sides. I also made some strawberry, some beaded strawberries to go along the edge, and then I also have pearls going all the way up, and it like sits out like that, and it's so pretty. And then I also have 2 strawberries crocheted on here, all finished. Next, I'll show off her props. So here's prop number 1. Before you say anything, I know I didn't make the basket, and that's what like really pisses me off because I was gonna make the basket, but I ran out of time, and I really didn't think I'd have the time to get the materials and make it, so I caved and bought a basket. Basket was $5 from Goodwill, so I'm not too mad, and I'm like saving it from the landfill. The bows are the same pattern as this, just scaled down, and they're the same fabric as the rest of it. I just used scraps for it. And then these are like leftover crocheted strawberries that I had on both sides. So one side is bigger than the other, but oh well. I lined the basket, so I made the lining to go around the basket, and I patterned that myself and everything. And then I made up a pattern for flowers. There was no rhyme or reason while I was making these. I made 40 of these, by the way, 10 in each color, but this is probably one of my better flowers, so I'll just explain it here. The crocheted pattern, the pattern for this is any crocheted rose that you can find online. I added hairspray and I colored it with eyeshadow so it doesn't come off, like it's stuck there. And then I added a pearl in the middle. The leaf is just like, I got it such a long time ago when I bought a trim from Goodwill, and it was in the bag with the trim. So I don't know what it actually is, but I used it for the leaves and I think it's cute. So these are like, I don't know what this is called. I bought a machine for it, hold on. But it like knits in a tube. So I bought that, which was like 10 bucks. It's not that bad. And then on the inside is a wooden dowel, so it's like sturdy. And then I finished off the ends with, you know, a needle and just finished them off. And it's like connected up into the thing. But I love them. I made 40 of them. Only 2 of them have coloring, so the pink ones and the like light dark pink ones have shading. The white ones don't. There's so much fluff in here. But also, I've left a space because my next prop, I made her a plate of cookies. I made her a plate of cookies. So I'm actually really proud of these cookies because it's a technique that I haven't seen anyone do, and I don't know if that's like just me being ignorant and not looking, but I also just haven't seen anyone do it. So someone probably has done it. If they have, let me know. I don't know. So I got the plate at a thrift store a long time ago for something else and never used it. So it came in a pack of 4. Here's the pack. It was brand new, which it's originally from Hobby Lobby, so it was brand new. So I bought them because I was gonna use them for something else and just never did. But it's plastic, so it's not gonna break. And they had a yellow one, so it's perfect. And then I made polymer clay cookies with, I painted them and I made them like pretty, you know, whatever. I sealed them with a decoupage seal. And then I used a piping bag, which I had to buy, which was $5. And then I used, what is it called? Hold on. Light and fluffy modeling paste, which is used for like giving texture to paintings. And I put in a piping bag and I piped like little dollops on them. They're kind of sharp, so I need to go through and file them down, but they're kind of sharp. But it like dried perfectly and they look beautiful. This one also Velcros on so I can take it off and like pretend to eat it. But yeah, I didn't have any other color Velcro, so I have blue Velcro on there. But you know what? Who cares? But they're just a plate of cookies, which I'm so proud of. I might add a strap to the back so I can like hold it out like that. But they don't come off. They're just cookies. They look edible. I love them. And then it just fits perfectly in this basket. So then I can carry the basket around the convention center. Probably the coolest part about this cosplay is the wig. So I made the wig. Yes, I made the wig. Oh my god. Okay, which I hope makes up from me not making my basket or my plate. But you know what? So when I wear it, I will trim all the flyaways away because it is hard to trim yarn wigs once they're not on your head. I'm gonna take this off so I can show you the wig. But I made the wig. It is a cute little bob. It is so cute. Here's the part, because I'm very proud of how clean my part looks. This cost me $8 because all I had to buy was the wig cap and I bought the crochet hook to do it. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, but if I like lift up the hair, it is chain stitches of crochet, like single chain stitches, like a single chain stitch crochet, you know, basic stitch that everyone learns. And it is just bunches of those run across and then hair is crocheted into it. So I took one whole skein, like not whole skein, it was probably a half a skein of yarn from Joann's that I've had forever. I used the first half on all of that, the purse, the berries, whatever, and then I used the rest on this. And it is just one, so I took each strand of yarn, I wrapped it around a Switch case, like a game case, and I cut them off so I had long strands. And then I separated each strand into 4 sections, so I would have a bunch of fluffy yarn to use for the wig. Because I wanted to give her like kind of yarn wig look, because it's kind of like, I don't know, Amazing Digital Circus, Ragatha or whatever. It's kind of like that, where you figure her hair is kind of like strand yarn-y. So I made a yarn wig, and then I cut the bangs, and I cut the frame pieces to my face, and then I cut the rest of it to give it like, it is so cute. I am very proud of this wig. I'm very proud of this wig. The hat, the part that made me almost quit this cosplay, because when I first started making this cosplay, I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna do the hat? I don't know. And then I figured it out. So, where do I start? So, the base of the hat, the way I started is I took the scrap fabric, this red scrap fabric that I had, and I made a band with interfacing, that middle part right here. And I made everything based off that band. So I made the band fit the wig, because the wig is way bigger than my head. And then I like drew out in a pattern, like on cardboard, what I wanted this to look like this flap. And I made it, and then it didn't fit the way I wanted it to, so I made like little slits in it and added little triangles, which makes it like flare out like a bucket hat does. And then this top part is a circle, like just a circle, a big circle that I pleated down into the weight, like the band, like you would a skirt to a waistband. And I just did that all the way around. And then on the inside, so it is lined, but on the inside of it, I made a cardboard like structure. If I have a picture of that, I will show you here. And then I stuffed it with polyfill. Not a whole lot, so it still has some movement, but enough to where it gets it to stand on its own. And then I lined it to keep all the polyfill stuff in there, which it doesn't need anything to sit on my head, because again, it's way bigger than my head. But it fits the wig perfectly, so it doesn't slide around or anything, but it is huge. Like, it is big. But her head is like half her size. So like, I wanted it to be big. And then I added the same pearls along the side. I put another patch right there. I added 2 pearls. I need to stop pushing it forward. But I added 2 more pearls. And then I added a strawberry on top, which is just a normal strawberry with pearls that I crocheted, stuffed it, and then added a green like leaf thing to it, like I did the bag. I am very proud of this. I am so proud of this. Like, I am so proud of this wig. Like, not this wig, this hat. I'm so proud of this hat. I am so happy with this cosplay. This cosplay has made me like really enjoy making cosplays again, which I know sounds stupid, but I gave myself a lot more time to work on this cosplay because I am in the middle of moving, but also my last con was like a month ago, so I could finally like work on this cosplay, which I'm very happy that I got to spend the month doing it. It didn't take me nearly a month if you actually sat down my hours. I only worked like an hour a day on it, but I'm very proud of the progress I've made and how clean everything looks. There's only a few like issues, like fit issues, that I'm gonna fix tonight so it doesn't like bother me all day. But I am so proud of what I've done and become, and like, I'm so proud. I'm so happy. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any tips for me, leave them out in the comments, or anything you want to do on cosplay or that you thought was cool. Just whatever you want to say to me, put it in the comments. Till then, I'll see you guys later. Bye! So do you like the new light quality? I got a new ring light. Anyway, bye!